Today we celebrate the feast of Saint Matthew, the patron of tax collectors and bankers. The knowing factors of Saint Matthew are that he was a publican, that is, a tax collector for the Romans, called to be an apostle by Jesus, and an evangelist. In fact, his profession was hateful to the Jews because it reminded them of their subjection. Being publican was the typical sinner. He robbed his own people and made a large personal profit. He was not to trade, eat, or even pray with other Jews. One day, while seated at his table of books and money, Jesus' eyes fell on Matthew, and he uttered only 2 words, "Follow me." These 2 words of Jesus were needed to make Matthew rise, leaving his pieces of silver to follow Christ. His old name from Levi, which means adhesion, was changed to Matthew, signifying gift of God. Matthew was naturally overjoyed at his new calling, that he spread a great feast in his home for the Master and his disciples, even inviting his fellow tax gatherers. Jesus, to the amazement of the Pharisees, comfortably dined with the very people whom the leaders of Israel despised as traitors and would not even think of ever eating with them. The Jews were surprised to see Jesus with a publican, but Jesus explained that he had come not to call the just, but sinners. This indicated that Jesus saw Matthew not merely in the usual sense, but more significantly with his merciful understanding of men. Matthew was one of the first apostles to be chosen to set down in writing the essential events of our Lord's life and discourses as he himself witnessed them and as they were being orally taught by all the apostles. His gospel was written to consolidate the faith of Jewish Christians. His book is the first of the 4 Gospels in the New Testament. He wrote the book in Aramaic in the hope that his account would convince his fellow people that Jesus was the Messiah and that his kingdom had been fulfilled in a spiritual way. It was an important message at a time when almost everyone was expecting the return of a militant Messiah, brandishing a sword. As we celebrate this feast, may we have the courage to open the door of our hearts upon hearing Christ's voice, to receive him and to freely assent to his promptings, as did Matthew. May Jesus ever refresh us by the light of his presence, insofar as we progress in our devotion to and longing for the things of heaven.